State of Tamil Nadu, where a major flashpoint is brewing again, because what we see is escalation in the centre state face-off. M.K. Stalin is pushing now for more autonomy for Tamil Nadu. He's constituted a panel. DMK is accusing the centre of overreach. A special panel has been formed to give recommendations to the Tamil Nadu state. The move has sparked a debate because the BJP calls it separatism. Separatism or autonomy? Here's more.
In a sharp escalation of the centre-state tussle, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has moved a resolution in the Assembly demanding greater autonomy for the state. Stalin accused the centre of eroding state powers, citing NEET and the national education policy as the examples of federal overreach.
பசியால் வாடி தவிக்கும் தன்னுடைய குழந்தைக்கு என்ன உணவு கொடுத்திட வேண்டும் என்பது அந்த குழந்தையின் தாய்க்குத்தான் தெரியும். ஆனால் டெல்லியிலிருந்து யாரோ ஒருவர் தீர்மானித்தால் கருணையை உருவான தாய்மையும் பொங்கி எழத்தானே செய்யும். நடைமுறையில் உள்ள சட்டங்கள், ஆணைகள் ஆகியவற்றை அனைத்து நிலைகளிலும் ஆராய்ந்து மறு மதிப்பீடு செய்திடவும் மற்றும் அதற்குரிய நடவடிக்கைகளை அரசுக்கு பரிந்துரை செய்திடவும் உயர்மட்ட அளவிலான குழு ஒன்றினை அமைப்பது என்று மிக மிக அவசியமாக வந்திருக்கிறது.
The DMK has now formed a committee led by former Supreme Court Judge Kurian to explore legal ways to safeguard state rights. The committee will also look into issues like education, which previously was in the state domain, and then put on the concurrent list with the constitutional amendment. The resolution moved by Chief Minister Stalin sparked a heated debate in the Assembly. As expected, Ally Congress backed the move.
BJP government continuously past 11 years attacking the federal system. They want to destroy the Indian constitution. So everything we have to go and approach the Supreme Court. If you go and approach the Supreme Court, why the union government?
The BJP and AIADMK staged a walkout when the resolution was moved, accusing the DMK of propagating separatism.
தனி தமிழ்நாடு வேணும், தனி கொடி வேணும் அப்படின்னு ஏற்கனவே முன்னாடி ஒரு முன்மொழி டாக்டர் அம்பேத்கர் அவர்கள் என்ன சொன்னாங்கன்னா எல்லா மாநிலங்களும் ஒண்ணா இருக்கணும், அப்பதான் நாடு வளர்ச்சி அடைய முடியும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க.
From NEET to language to delimitation, Chief Minister Stalin is upping the ante against the central government ahead of the 2026 Tamil Nadu Assembly election. With Pramod Madhav in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today.
The fact is, viewers, it is not just one escalation. It's one escalation in a series of escalation, and at the back of it has been the DMK, constantly pushing the envelope when it comes down to the centre. Why is the big question, and let's take it to our two political analysts. Joining me, Sumansi Raman, political analyst, Shekhar Iyer, senior journalist. I want to begin with you, Sumansi Raman. Why is the DMK doing what it's doing? You're 1 year away from election. What we are seeing is a constant escalation.
Look, Preeti, it is essential that the DMK portray the BJP as the villain of the peace, as the enemy of the Tamil people, if they have to do well in the elections in 2026. So that is the reason why you're seeing, whether it is delimitation, whether it is NEET, whether it is education policy, three-language formula, it's been a non-stop series of issues which have been taken up. Some of them valid, some of them not valid. But the point is, the DMK has identified that its best chance of winning in 2026, especially because of all the anti-incumbency and 5 years in, in office, all of that depends on how successfully they can continue to portray the BJP as a villain of the peace. So most of these, for instance, today this autonomy, the committee which has been formed. I mean, this present government loves forming committees. There have been dozens of committees which have been formed for all kinds of things. Nobody even knows whether any of those reports have even been submitted. And even the few reports that have been submitted, no action has been taken on them. Some of them have not even been accepted in toto. So the point is, this is more a political statement. Nothing is going to come of it. Conveniently, this committee is supposed to submit an interim report in January of 2026. 3 months or 4 months before the assembly election, and a final report to come 2 years later, which may not happen if there is a change of government. So all of this is pure politics and nothing else. And I don't think people on the ground are going to be swayed by so many of these things. But you must remember that much like the BJP in Delhi has the media under its thumb, the DMK in Tamil Nadu has mainstream media completely under its control. So it's able to create this narrative on mainstream media constantly that, you know, you Tamilian people, you're all under threat. The BJP is taking away all our rights. BJP is not giving us money for our projects. You know, all this kind of rhetoric is played day in and day out on Tamil media, and some of this will have an impact.
Well, you know, I don't want to get into self-deprecation, but I would really hope that most of us in Delhi are not under the thumb of the BJP. But Shekhar Iyer, I'll bring you back in. Political posturing, yes, but we've seen it's too quick. Every 2 days, there's something or the other.
No, I think today Dr. Sumanti Raman has, brought out the brutal truth that this whole thing is to keep the narrative going. He also mentioned there are so many committees. I think, the first committee on center-state relations was created by Karunanidhi in 1974. It was under Justice P.V. Rajamanna. And it gave a report. And that report was forgotten. And in 1974, it was adopted by the Tamil Nadu Assembly, seeking autonomy, more powers. And then in 1983, Indira Gandhi formed the Sarkaria Commission on Center-State Relations. And in 2004, there was a Punch committee at the central level. But, DMK was part of the central government, both in UPA 1, UPA 2, and earlier during Vajpayee's period. None of this they didn't bother about all these things. So basically, as Sumanti Raman put it very, very beautifully, this is to keep the narrative going. But what I wonder is, definitely Stalin has been taken aback by this sudden announcement of ADMK-BJP alliance. And second thing is, will this narrative work to answer the ground issues? The ground issues, they made so many promises in the run-up to the last election. Some have got fulfilled, some have not been fulfilled. But there is a lot of, I would say, dissatisfaction with some of the promises, the way they have been implemented. But I do not know how a common man on the street is bothered about all these issues, because today Stalin made a revelation that he fears the center is going to take away subjects like health, law, and then take it to concurrent list. There are allegations and allegations, and it is a DMK only which can guard the Tamil Nadu interests.
Fair point.
I don't know how this will work out as a common man's agenda, before election.
But Mr. Raman, do you reckon, and very quickly, because I'll come back to both of you for about 30 seconds each, that by talking of separatism, the BJP is falling into the trap of the DMK?
I don't think so, because let's face it, Preeti, until 1960, the DMK did voice for a separate Dravida land. It was only in 1960 that they gave up that call. And since then, we've seen many cases where, for instance, when he was Chief Minister, Mr. Karunanidhi refused to receive the Indian peacekeeping force when they came back from Sri Lanka. And he called it an invading army and stuff like that. As recently as 2022, A. Raja, the DMK leader, actually said, don't force us to go back into the mold of separatism. So they've not really given it up for good from, if you see the history. So I don't think the BJP is too far wrong when they speak about it. But the people of Tamil Nadu are completely against that idea. That idea will not have an iota of support in Tamil Nadu.
In Tamil Nadu. Shekhar Iyer, you want to weigh in on that?
Yeah, definitely. These are DMK. Everybody knows that DMK has been, even on the Sri Lankan issue, they kept quiet when to 2009, when with a lot of India's assistance, LTT was completely liquidated. And the criticism against Karunanidhi was, why did they keep silent when thousands of Tamils were butchered? So in terms of causes, in their commitment, DMK has been quite foxy as ever. And this is also seen as part of a kind of a posturing. But, they are, do not forget, when Jayalalitha withdrew support in 1998, in 99 election, DMK was a partner. It was a part of NDA. And they were on the government of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. When Karunanidhi had all along described as a BJP is a party of Pandarams.
Right.
Party of all saffron-clad people.
All right, so gentlemen, that's all the time that we have for now. Political posturing, that's what it is. Our two expert political analysts just put it, but sometimes political posturing can be juicy optics.